Retirement is supposed to be the calmest chapter of your life. That's the promise. At least. No more racing the clock. No more rearranging your entire day around a job that drains you. No more measuring life in pay periods. You imagine mornings that start slowly. Coffee that stays hot because no one is rushing you. A home that finally feels like it belongs to you. You did everything right. You worked for decades. You saved when you could. You bought a home and held onto it through recessions, rate hikes, and uncertainty. Eventually, you paid it off. And then, something strange happens. Even though the mortgage is gone, the pressure never really leaves. Every year, without fail, an envelope shows up. Not with congratulations, not with gratitude, but with a reminder that your home still has a price tag attached to it. For many retirees, that bill grows quietly year after year. Not because they're earning more, not because they upgraded their lifestyle, but simply because the market decided their neighborhood is worth more now. This is the part no one prepares you for. Property taxes don't care that you retired. They don't adjust when your income becomes fixed. They don't slow down when medical costs rise. They don't pause when savings start shrinking. They are based on value, not reality. And that's why property taxes have become one of the most underestimated threats to retirement stability in the country. What makes this even more frustrating is the belief many older homeowners share. They assume this is just how it works, that there's nothing they can do, that the bill is final, unavoidable, and permanent. That belief is wrong. Across the country, there are legal, state-approved programs built specifically for homeowners over the age of 60. Programs that can reduce taxes, freeze them, refund portions of what you already paid, or delay payment entirely. These protections exist for one reason, because lawmakers recognize that rising home values without rising income can force seniors out of the homes they spent a lifetime building. The real issue isn't the lack of help, it's silence. There's no automatic enrollment. No letter that tells you when you qualify. No warning when you miss a deadline. No notice when a benefit quietly expires. As a result, millions of retirees are paying far more than they legally need to, simply because they were never told what to ask for. In this breakdown, we're focusing on 6 locations where senior property tax relief is especially powerful, widely misunderstood, and often overlooked. These are not loopholes. They are not shortcuts. They are protections written into law. Before we dive into locations, there's something important to understand. Why property taxes hurt retirees more than anyone else. When you're working, property taxes feel annoying but manageable. They're just another line item. In retirement, they become something else entirely. Your income stops growing. Your expenses don't. Healthcare increases. Insurance changes. Savings must last longer than planned. Meanwhile, property taxes are tied to something you can't control: market perception. Over the last decade, home values climbed rapidly across much of the country. That increase looks good on paper. But for someone who never plans to sell, it creates pressure, not wealth. You're asset-rich and cash-restricted. That imbalance is exactly why senior relief programs exist. Most fall into 4 categories. Exemptions, removing a portion of your home's value from taxation. Freezes, locking your assessed value or tax bill in place for. Credits or rebates, returning money after payment. Deferrals, postponing taxes until the home is sold or transferred to fession. Each state handles these differently. Each county adds its own rules, and most require action from the homeowner. Miss one form, and nothing changes. Now let's start with a place that consistently protects retirees better than most. Number 1. Florida. Orlando. Predictability over panic. Florida didn't become a retirement destination by accident. Beyond the weather and lifestyle, there's a system quietly working in favor of long-term homeowners. At the center of Florida's structure is homestead protection. If you own and live in your primary residence, part of your home's assessed value is shielded automatically. That alone helps. But for residents over 65, Florida adds another layer of protection. Depending on income and county rules, seniors may qualify for additional reductions in assessed value, local tax exemptions, school tax relief in certain areas. The most powerful feature, however, is what Florida prevents. Under its assessment cap system, taxable value can only rise by a limited percentage each year. Even when market prices explode, that means when neighboring homes double in value, your tax bill doesn't follow at the same pace. For retirees, this creates something rare: stability. You can plan, you can budget, you can stay. Florida doesn't just reduce taxes, it reduces anxiety. Number 2. Texas. San Antonio. Locking the most dangerous part in place. Texas has a reputation for high property taxes, and it earns it. But what many people don't realize is that Texas also offers one of the strongest protections for older homeowners once you qualify. When a homeowner reaches 65, the school district portion of the property tax bill can be frozen. Not reduced, not capped, frozen. That means even if property values rise, even if rates increase, that portion of your bill does not go up. Once the freeze starts, it stays as long as you remain in the home. Texas also provides a general homestead exemption, and many local governments stack additional benefits on top for seniors. In households where one spouse qualifies by age, protections often extend to the entire household. In fast-growing cities like San Antonio, this freeze can be the difference between staying and being priced out. Texas doesn't lower everything, but it locks down the most volatile piece. Number 3. South Carolina. Greenville. Removing an entire category. South Carolina takes a simpler approach, and for many retirees, simplicity is everything. Instead of complicated formulas or layered applications, the state removes one of the largest components of property tax altogether. Homeowners age 65 or older qualify for a full exemption from school operating taxes on their primary residence. School taxes often make up a major share of the annual bill. Eliminate them, and the impact is immediate. There is no income requirement. Once approved, the benefit continues automatically. Additional protections may include limits on assessment increases, disability-related exemptions, county-level reductions. For retirees who want fewer forms and fewer surprises, South Carolina delivers clarity. One approval can erase one of the biggest recurring costs tied to homeownership. Number 4. Illinois. Peoria. The freeze most people never activate. Illinois offers one of the most powerful tools available to senior homeowners, and yet thousands never use it. It's called the Senior Citizens Assessment Freeze Homestead Exemption. Once a homeowner reaches 65 and meets income guidelines, the assessed value of their home stops increasing. Not the tax rate, the value itself. That distinction matters. When property values rise across the neighborhood, your assessment stays anchored to an earlier number. Taxes are still calculated, but on a much lower base. Illinois also provides a standard senior exemption, additional relief for limited income households, municipal level benefits in certain areas. The biggest obstacle isn't eligibility, it's awareness. In Illinois, silence is expensive. Number 5. Pennsylvania. Harrisburg. Relief that comes back to you. Pennsylvania approaches the problem differently. Instead of focusing only on lowering the bill up front, it returns money after payment. The state's property tax and rent rebate program supports homeowners and renters aged 65 and older. Eligibility is based on income and housing costs. Some retirees receive modest rebates. Others qualify for significantly larger returns. Local programs can stack on top of the state benefit, increasing the total impact. This system is especially helpful for seniors who may not qualify for major exemptions, but still struggle with affordability. Getting money back still matters, especially on a fixed income. Number 6. California. Sacramento. Stability over speculation. California's property tax system is built around long-term ownership. Rates are capped. Assessment increases are limited. Long-term homeowners are protected from sudden spikes. For seniors, additional options include property tax deferrals, transfer of tax base when downsizing, protections when relocating within certain counties. These rules allow retirees to move without losing decades of tax advantages, something many states don't allow. California rewards time, not timing. What almost no one explains clearly. None of these protections activate on their own. There is no automatic enrollment, no reminder call, no follow-up letter. In most cases, you must apply. You must meet deadlines. You must renew when required. Miss one step, and the benefit disappears, sometimes permanently. Exemption, freeze, deferral. Why the difference matters. An exemption lowers taxable value. A freeze stops, increases. A deferral delays payment. A credit returns money. Each serves a different purpose. Some protect against inflation. Some help during low-income years. Some are best for long-term homeowners. Others help after relocation. Understanding which one applies to you changes everything. Income limits matter more than home price. Many retirees assume their home disqualifies them. Usually, it doesn't. Eligibility is almost always based on income, not property value. Social Security and retirement income often fall below thresholds. Never assume. Always verify. The one action that changes everything. Call your county assessor or local tax office. Ask, what senior programs exist here? What age do they start? What income limits apply? What paperwork is required? That single conversation can protect your home. You worked for this house. You paid into the system. You followed the rules. Staying where you live should not feel like a gamble. Using legal tax relief isn't exploiting anything. It's claiming what was built for you. And protection only works when people know it exists. If this information helped you, pass it on.